Hello, UC families, once again. Welcome to our fourth week in our theme of healing. This week in our Soulful Home Packet, we will focus on at the bedside and blessing. At the bedside is usually a time for a story, and this week we have one. This one is a Zen story, and it's called Heaven and Hell. There was a monk who was sitting in meditation. He had his legs crossed, his arms relaxed on his lap. He was in deep meditation. And suddenly his zazen is interrupted by this samurai, a demanding voice. He says, old man, I'm told you know the secrets of the world and beyond. Tell me about heaven and hell." At first, the monk just sat there in his quiet meditation, as if he never heard the samurai shouting. But gradually, he opens his eyes, and the faintest hint of a smile plays on his lips. And the samurai just stood there waiting impatiently. And he got a little angrier and angrier the longer he had to wait. And the monk said, "You wish to know the secrets of heaven and hell? You who are so unkempt, you whose hands and feet are covered in dirt, you whose hair is all messed, dirty, and uncombed, whose breath is foul and stinky, and whose sword is all rusty and neglected. Who are you to ask me of heaven and hell?" Well, the samurai was not happy to hear this. He kind of cursed and cussed under his breath. He drew his sword, raised it up high, and his face turned bright red, and the veins on his neck started to pop out as he prepared to sever the monk's head. "This is hell," the monk gently says, just as the sword is coming down. The samurai was overcome with amazement, and compassion and love suddenly flowed over him. He stopped his sword in mid-flight, and his eyes started to fill with tears. "And that," said the monk, "is heaven." The end. Some questions to think about after the story. What lesson did the samurai learn? And what did the monk mean when he said that the samurai experienced heaven when he had let go of his rage? What does anger feel like to you? Some people say they feel really hot when they're angry. And we associate fire with anger and the color red with anger. So if anger makes us feel hot, what do we do to cool down? And last but not least, is anger something that you choose or something that just happens? There are a couple other questions in the Soulful Home Packet, so you can check those out too if you'd like. And the last part of our segment this week is our Blessing of Healing, written by Teresa Honey Youngblood. Blessing of healing to you, dear ones. May your body, whatever its state, gift you with vivacity, power, and strength. May your mind, whatever its state, offer you presence and peace. May your heart, whatever its state, know joy, peace, and trust. May all of your wounds and worries be assuaged by the healing presence of your loving family and good friends. And may the grievous ills of a hurting world be healed by our love and ceaseless but shared work. Amen and blessed be. Next week, our last segment, because we have 5 weeks in the month of November, or 5 Sundays, I should say. So next week we will focus on the extra mile, and that is things that you can do as a family, a little something extra on our theme of healing. Until then, have a wonderful week, and blessed be.